busy because this is the first time I'm doing a live stream on YouTube, so it's exciting for me. And thank you for being here.
All right, looks like we're live on YouTube.
This is the first time I'm doing a live stream on YouTube, so it's exciting
Okay,
how do I? And thank you for being here.
Is your YouTube open at the moment?
No, I cannot.
Looks like we're live on YouTube.
So how we can, how we gonna manage that one?
And
thank you for being here.
Okay. Is your YouTube open at the moment?
No, I cannot.
Looks like we're live on YouTube.
Why is repeating itself? So how we can?
Okay, that seems like maybe we've got a YouTube window open somewhere.
Okay, sorry everyone. I told you this is my first time going live on YouTube at the same time. Okay. Let's officially start. Thank you everyone for being here. I'm gonna share my my presentation, and Ashna will kick off the webinar. There you go. Let me put this one on. I just want to make sure we are recording. Yes, we do. Okay, go ahead.
All right, welcome back everyone to part 2 in our webinar series, Thriving Together. Last week we talked about understanding and processing a neurodivergent diagnosis. This double session is about one of the most important tools you and your child can use to thrive, which is nutrition. And nutrition is important for everyone, but there are two groups of people for whom the right nutrition can be truly transformative, and that is neurodivergent kids and women in perimenopause. We've all heard the basics about how omega-3 can help neurodivergent children focus better, or how estrogen-rich foods can help with the symptoms of perimenopause. But in this session, you learn information that can help you really understand the why and how of these interventions. You can also learn how to eat better so that you and your family can truly thrive. This webinar is brought to you by Holistic Wise, a holistic health and lifestyle coaching service by Azadeh Koshan. Azadeh is a holistic health coach who specializes in hormone balance for perimenopausal women and neurodiverse families. Through the Metabolic Balance Program, she helps women regulate hormones and achieve sustainable wellness with personalized whole food nutrition plans. Her expertise also extends to supporting neurodiverse children using thorough research and functional testing to create tailored solutions that improve focus, behavior, and overall well-being. Azadeh also addresses digestive issues like IBS, utilizing advanced tests like GI map and the organic acid test to develop individualized protocols. She offers flexible coaching packages that meet clients where they are, helping them achieve real transformative results. Outside of her work, Azadeh enjoys spending time with her family, practicing yoga, and savoring her favorite fruits, watermelon and pomegranate. She embodies the balance that she helps her clients achieve. Her warm and approachable style reflects her passion for helping others transform their health. I've personally witnessed the transformations that Azadeh's created with several of her clients. At this point, I wake up every morning to a WhatsApp group of people saying they feel more energized, more vitality, they're getting back to their old self. And that's because of the protocols that Azadeh executes so brilliantly. So over to you, Azadeh.
Okay, thank you so much, Ashna. So that was very nice. Thank you. I just want to say that if you are a person who are in your premenopause, menopause, if you're a lady like that, if you know somebody who is in the premenopause or menopause age and dealing with hormone imbalances, you are in the right place today. We're going to talk about all hormone, what happens in that premenopause, what are the causes, what are the symptoms, and what we can do to sail through that age. I want you to meet my team at Holistic Wise. You just met Ashna. Ashna is a brilliant young lady. She managed our SEO, marketing, and business development, and she has a very passionate. She is very passionate to do research-based studies for neurodiversity, and that gives her a unique ability to understand the challenges that we are focusing on for our clients. And she's my right hand in everything. Amanda is a brilliant artist. She is handling our social media and our YouTube channel, and her talent brings our messages to the light. And this is me, and Ashna talked to me enough. This is the flow. I'm not going to read it because I'm just going to say I apologize if I talk quite fast today, because I just want to make sure that I'm going to cover everything that I prepared for you guys. So I'm not going to read through it because I'm going to talk about it with you. Okay. Before I go to the first slide, I just want to let you know, if you have any questions, you can put it in the chat. Either Ashna can answer while I'm talking, or at the end we have Q&A time. And please, try to focus here. If you have your phone or anything, try to have your focus here to get the best out of this presentation. I appreciate that you're here staying with us. And we try to put everything in 1 hour. Okay, first things first. I want to talk about a little bit of the changes that happen during premenopause and menopause in terms of different bodily functions. Obviously, one of the changes that happen when we enter that area of our life, which can start from mid-30 or 40s, is the ovarian function decline. So ovarian, we have 2 ovaries. They're responsible to produce estrogen, progesterone. Obviously, the production gonna decline. And that can increase the FSH, follicle stimulating hormone, that is from your brain. It will increase that one. Why? Because your brain gonna yell at your ovaries that produce more. So these are the changes you can see. And in menopause, that ovarian function completely ceases. There is no more menstruation and no reproductive capability. And the next change would be on endocrine system, which means that your cardiovascular system, your bone, your brain, your skin, these are all affected. Your cholesterol may be fluctuate, your neurotransmitter levels may be fluctuate. These all happening because of the decline of estrogen in your body. Also, progesterone gonna decline, and that can affect your mood fluctuation, your period regularity, and the bloating that you might feel. The next system is your metabolic that gonna change. Why? Because with the decline of estrogen, it's gonna slow down your metabolism, and we usually see that in terms of the fat accumulation around the abdomen. That is one of the very common symptoms. You get the belly fat when you enter your premenopause or menopause. Cardiovascular changes. Again, decline in estrogen can increase the risk of heart disease. You may see higher level of your cholesterol, and especially in postmenopause, because we really don't have that much estrogen, and that cardiovascular risk, hypertension, heart disease risk, they're gonna really go high. And this is another thing. Another system that's gonna get affected is bone density loss. Osteoporosis risk gonna go high with the decline of estrogen. Neuroendocrine system also get affected. Your cognitive changes, brain fog, memory lapses, difficulties to concentrate. And it's like you're entering a room and you just remember, oh, what did I wanted? It's even like 10 seconds ago, not even 5 minutes. You can remember things like that. Is a memory lapses. Mood regulation. You don't know why you feel the way that you feel. These are all, again, with the decline of the estrogen. Why so many different systems in our body affected when estrogen and progesterone, specifically estrogen, declines? It's because estrogen is one of the key hormones that affects so many of our bodily function. We have from your hair, from your brain to your toe, we have ton, like 1,000 of receptors for estrogen, and it's like a multitasking powerhouse. So this is our focus, that then what we do, we have this many changes in our body when we're entering premenopause. Is a beautiful phase of our natural life. We don't need to be scared. We don't need to be, oh my God. But what we need to do in terms of prevention, awareness, that we go through this phase smoothly. Okay, this is slide I want to show you. This is a regular cycle before premenopause. This is 28 days cycle of a woman body. We have, in a regular cycle of 28, we have different phases: follicular phases, ovulation, and then we have luteal phases. In follicular phases, I just want to go through it because later on next session, I'm gonna talk more about this chart. I'm gonna tell you in each phase how you feel, what you do to, to address that feeling or to address those symptoms. But right now, I just want to mention the whole things that day 1 to 5 or day 1 to 6 is your menses, you're bleeding, your uterine lining is shedding. And then from day 5 to day 14, your estrogen going high prepares your body for, for getting pregnant. And that's the days, that's the week that you're high energy, you feel really good, everything is amazing till you get to the point of 14, which is ovulation. And then after that, when the follicle, you see the ruptured follicle, sorry, in the middle, when that follicle ruptures and releases the egg, the rest of that follicle turns to the corpus luteum, which means the yellow body, and that corpus luteum secretes or produces estrogen and progesterone for the rest of the cycle. If we don't have that ovulation, that rupture, and we don't have enough estrogen and progesterone, specifically progesterone, then we're gonna face with different symptoms like PMS or being moody or bloated in the second part of our cycle. So keep that cycle in mind. We're gonna refer to that later. This is the same thing. I'm not gonna go through it. This is what happened to our cycles when we enter peri, and post-menopause. So pre-menopause is the same as perimenopause. I'm going to explain in a detail more in the next slide. But you see that beautiful up and down in the perimenopause, you still have your cycle. In the perimenopause, it's a chaos. It's all over the place. 1 month is good, the other month is not. And in post-menopause, you see that light yellow and dark yellow, those are estrogen, progesterone, and the blue dots, that's the FSH from your brain yelling at your ovaries that produce more. So if you want to divide the perimenopause, we can say at the beginning is premenopause, which means that maybe your 28-day cycles turn to 25 or 26 for a while. Everything else is good, you're regular, everything's going well, and not really that much symptoms. So you are at the beginning of your premenopause. The middle means that, okay, now you're having a 30-day cycle. Now you have 24 cycle. Next month you have 35-day cycle. So that's the middle part of your premenopause, and your symptoms are showing up more and more. And the last part is like, everything, you're missing your period for 3 months. And you're getting period two times a month. That's the last part of your premenopause. And then the menopause itself, it's the 1 day after 12 months of not getting your period. The menopause is just a moment on the calendar. It's not an event. It's just a day after you enter to menopause, and then post-menopause is the rest of your life. Premenopause can start from late 30s or mid 30s to 40s. It can last 2 to 10 years. It all depends on so many things. These are the symptoms. I just put these slides here to tell you it's not only hot flashes and night sweats. It's not only irregular menstruation. There are so many other signs and symptoms related to that. Dry eye, watery eye, dry mouth, hearing something, smelling something. These are all with the research behind it. We know that there are many symptoms that can be related. However, I just want to mention, we need to rule out other causes like thyroid evaluation, anemia, insulin resistance, nutrition deficiency, things like that, and then say, okay, that's not the reason, so that can be premenopause. What are the factors in your premenopause? Entering late, entering early, feeling like this. Genetic for sure. Whenever your mom, your aunt, close family got it. Reproductive history, menstrual cycle, the age that you got your puberty, how long was your cycle, these are all affected. I'm gonna go quickly because I wanna get to the microbiome. Race, ethnicity, weight and body mass, cardiovascular health, physical activity, diet, alcohol consumption, cigarette smoking, history of abuse. This one I wanna talk because in 2022 research showed that if a mom being abused physically, and if that mom has a daughter, as a child that's been physically abused, that mom gonna enter menopause about 9 years earlier than usual. And that is because of the accumulation of impact of body to the trauma. Trauma itself is a factor. hysterectomy, removal of one ovaries. These are the obvious factors. Premature ovarian insufficiency, gut microbiome. I'm gonna talk about gut microbiome here. We're gonna talk about estrobolome, gut inflammation, and what is the impact of it. Okay, I'm gonna take a breath. There are many well-established researches that shows us the gut-brain connection these days. We know that the health of our gut affects the way of your thinking. And what is the reason? Because we have neurotransmitters. What are neurotransmitters? Neurotransmitters, basically, in simple word, is they're messengers. Messengers that bring the message to the rest of your body from your brain. But they are in brain, but they are being produced in your gut. 90 to 95% of serotonin, which stabilizes your mood, feeling of well-being, happiness, it's in your gut production. Same as GABA, which gives you a feeling of calm and relaxation. It's been produced in gut. So the health of your gut microbiome, if you don't know what is a microbiome is a colony of bacteria, bacteria, viruses, fungi, everything in your gut. They're all over the body, but we're talking about the gut microbiome, that they have so many important rules. One of them is producing these neurotransmitters. What's gonna disturb this microbiome to the gut? It can be poor diet, stress, antibiotics, hormonal changes during premenopause. That can affect the production of neurotransmitter. That can lead to brain fog, mood swings, difficulty with focus, these are really a common symptom in premenopause. So what happened during the premenopause, the fluctuation of, you remember the fluctuation up and down, that can negatively affect the gut microbiome, and that can impact the production. And sometimes, because of whatever I mentioned before, poor diet, stress, antibiotic, we get the dysbiosis. Dysbiosis means that the load of the bad bacteria is more than the good bacteria. And that dysbiosis can worsen cognitive issues, like it's contributing to the brain fog and all sort of things like that. I just want to bring your attention that you're going to receive a giveaway, that there is a link that talks about the gut-brain axis and how to address any issue. It's a very comprehensive article that please go and check that one. I will talk about different food, different techniques, what to do, what not to do. Another important factor here in regard to premenopause, estrogen, and gut is the bacteria, the collection of the gut bacteria, we call them estrobolome. Estrobolome specifically influence the metabolism of estrogens. So what we want to have is a good amount of estrobolome in a good gut microbiome. That estrobolome is regulating how estrogen is processed, detoxified, and exerted from the body. So that's another reason that during the premenopause, when the estrogen level fluctuates, that ability, gut's ability to metabolize this hormone efficiently becomes even more critical. So how the estrobolome work? They have an enzyme called beta-glucuronidase. That enzyme, it can break down estrogen, conjugate, and allow the estrogen to reabsorb into the bloodstream and exit the body. And then sometimes, if the gut microbiome is out of the balance, we have more of this enzyme, and that cycle of detoxification get affected. And what we're gonna end up with, we have more estrogen in our body, that we call it estrogen dominance. Estrogen dominance is one of the common symptoms during the premenopause. And that estrogen dominance, which means that we have so many estrogen in our body, more than usual, that can cause heavy periods, mood swings, breast tenderness, weight gain, increased risk of hormone-related cancers. So during the menopause, when the estrogen level decreases, what happens that, again, remember I talked about different receptors from all over the body, that can affect the microbiome, the diversity of the microbiome. Because what we need and what is important for the gut microbiome is two things, is the diversity, how many microbes it has, and the quantity. It's both of them are important. So the decline of the estrogen can affect the diversity and again, potentially weakening the estrobolome ability. And also, again, this shift can be end up to gut dysbiosis, increased gut permeability, which we call it leaky gut. That by itself needs another webinar. And then worsen of symptoms like bloating, weight gain, mood disorder. Okay, I think where are we in terms of the time, Ashna?
We've got 5 more minutes, and then we're
Perfect. Okay, thank you. That was the part that I really wanted to emphasize of what are the premenopausal stages. We enter peri, and menopause, and then postmenopause. What are the cycle look like in our body in terms of like during the 28-day cycle, what the hormones going up and down? What are the factors contributing in entering to the menopause? We talk about different factors. One of them was gut microbiome. And then I talk about the importance of gut microbiome in terms of the feeling of the symptoms and how we pass the premenopause, how we feel, what we feel. And then in gut microbiome, there is a connection to the gut and brain, producing neurotransmitters, serotonin and GABA and dopamine. Serotonin is a feeling good one. You need that, it's for mood. And also estrobolome, and the bacteria that is responsible for your estrogen metabolism. And then we talk about the dysbiosis and leaky gut. Okay. Thanks for listening to me so far. I'm gonna introduce for this section. So Azadeh, my friend, gonna talk about brain and structure and focus. And then after her talk, I'm gonna come back and give you some tips and practical tools. I'm gonna introduce my friend and our guest speaker, Azadeh, to you guys. Azadeh Nasrullahinia is a registered counselor and registered clinical counseling hypnotherapist in Canada, specializing in the treatment of trauma, anxiety, depression, and chronic conditions. Through her unique combination of deep psychotherapy, hypnosis, and meditation techniques, she has profoundly impacted the lives of many families. As a life coach, she has also guided individuals in reaching personal goals such as habit changes and academic success. Her latest work, blending clinical expertise on neurodivergent individuals with hypnotherapy, has proven to be highly effective and beneficial for numerous families. For more information about Azadeh Nasrullahinia, visit her website, and you can see the website is here. You can snapshot of it. And Azadeh, there you go. I'm going to give the mic to you. I'm going to stop sharing, and I'm going to give you the ability to share. Okay.
Thank you, Azadeh. Let's start with sharing, and awesome. Thank you, Azadeh. That was amazing information. I really enjoyed it myself. And hi, everyone, again from Vancouver, rainy Vancouver today. And I'm so happy that I'm here with you today. And I'm part of this beautiful and informative workshop. Today, we're going to talk about how can we enhance more focus for moms, especially at premenopause ages like us. I'm gonna just pass through it very fast. As Azadeh said, I'm Azadeh too. I'm a registered clinical hypnotherapist and trauma-informed counselor. I'm wife, mother, part of a neurodivergent family myself. I'm gonna talk about myself later because today our time is very, very short. If you weren't with us last workshop, we talked about neurodiversity, roots of it, and all the information you see on the here. And if you have any question, you can contact me and we will talk about it in detail. But let's dive in our today workshop. Today we will cover about what we cover is about focus, how our brain will work when we are focused, and how our diet and hydration helps us to be more focused, and the reason we cannot maintain it. Okay, let's start. What's focus? Focus refers to our ability to concentrate on a specific task or stimuli while we are filtering out distraction. This part is very important because sometimes we can focus on something, but we cannot filter in the other distraction, and that's the problem. Why we need focus is essential for productivity, learning, and cognitive performances. What are cognitive performances? Tasks like decision-making, like being on time, and so on. We'll talk about it later in detail. How our brain works when we focus. A specific area, when we are focused, a specific area of our brain, which is here, prefrontal cortex, become highly active. This region involves in our decision-making, attention, impulse control. And I just want to tell you a little about it because if you have a neurodivergent kid, for example, in ADHD kid, you see they have problem with all of this impulse control, decision-making, and attention. That's because they have unmature prefrontal cortex, or they have problem with neurotransmitter that helps this part. Again, we will talk about it next time in detail. So what will happen when we focus? It's like, think of it as like there's a spotlight illuminating here, and everything around it get faded. All the background noises, all the background information go away. Study shows that if you increase activity in this part, in prefrontal cortex, you can improve your memory and your cognitive performance. How you can do it? With good sleep, physical exercise and activities, meditation, and cognitive tasks and games. What games? Like strategic games, like chess, whatever you need to think, okay? Think of a strategy, think of reason, that will help you. So just put it in your schedule. What else? When we maintain focus, also there are other parts that works there, like cognitive resources. What are cognitive resources? Like our attention span and actually our working memory. I think everybody knows our working memory is the ability to absorb information, and our attention span is the duration that we can absorb. And depends on how we are focused, they get different. I just want to tell you, our brain is just like a computer. You cannot open too many tabs. When you open too many tabs, it gets slower and slower. So you need to keep it clean, so you have the ability to focus more. Okay. What is the other part okay. The other part is chemicals. Chemicals like dopamine play a crucial role in our focus. It helps us to regulate our attention and gives us motivation to continue that task. We call dopamine reward hormone. For example, when you complete a task, you spend lots of time for that, the dopamine goes high, so you get reward. What is the reward for? To continue the task or to study again or come back tomorrow. Okay, so we call it reward hormone. And how we use it? For example, for children, because some part of this actually workshop is for neurodivergent kids, I give you some example about them too. So, for example, for establishing a habit in children, or neurodivergent kid, we use this reward system. We give them the reward, dopamine goes up, and they are ready to practice whatever you ask for again. Reasons why we cannot focus. One of the reasons is distraction around us, and distractions can be internal or external. External like noises, notification, whatever you know around you, and internal can be stress or wandering thoughts, or everything is inside. If you're uncomfortable, you're sensitive with the noise or whatever, okay? Sensitive with temperature and anything. So it has impact on our concentration. The second one is our mental fatigue. What is mental fatigue? All of us knows it. When we have a very hard day at work, we cannot focus after. We are overwhelmed after, and we cannot focus properly. That's good that we plan our important tasks the first thing in the morning, or if you know your body and you know when your attention is in the highest form during the day, you can plan it for them, because some people are good in the evenings, have more attention in the evenings. Also, there is another solution that you can do meditation, do some workout, and after that, start your task. That gives you focus too. Multitasking. Multitasking split our attention. Study shows it reduces as much as 40%, and that's too much. It's like a risk. That's why they tell us don't drive and text. And as a busy mom, we always do that. Like, we're writing an email and, I don't know, listening to video call. Hopefully not this workshop. Please don't do that. But yeah, both tasks suffers from the result. And also distraction, like multitasking can be mental. Like, again, as a busy mom, we are deciding what's lunch for tomorrow, and we are going out of the door, and we should pick up the skates or racket for our children. And at the same time, we are thinking that, oh, I should not forget to say this to her coach or his coach, you know? It can be here too. This is multitasking too. So what's the solution? You can write down everything on a paper. That's a magical solution. Whether it's your worries, whether it's items you should pick, whether it's your thoughts, just write them down, okay? And if you have like schedule for the week, you can use visuals, schedule, and lists too. The other actually factor is lack of interest. What is lack of interest? If a task is boring for you, your focus decrease. For example, we all have this actually experience, I think, especially at high school, when we were reading or studying a subject that we really don't like it. We daydreaming about our boyfriend, or going to this party or that thing. We know all about it. So what's the solution if we don't like a subject or if something is not interesting for us? Add a reward. Add a reward, like, okay, after 15 minutes, after half an hour, I'm having my tea, I'm having chocolate, I'm calling my sister, I don't know. And the other solution is this. You can talk with yourself. I do this for my daughter. She hates putting cream on her lips. And we have a system for her. Like, okay, she talks to herself. Okay, I hate cream. I don't like the texture, but I put it because I'm caring about my body and I can tolerate 1 minute. And on that 1 minute, she plays with a, I don't know, a stress ball or something. So this is for short term, but I'm sure you can find something for the longer period if you have to. For example, you can put your aim on your desk, or visual aim for your desk while you're studying, because I want to go for my PhD and I have to do this boring job. Sleep deprivation. I think this is very clear. Insufficient sleep affects cognitive function, especially our attention and focus. There is a research from Berkeley University that shows sleep deprivation can impair our decision-making and increase distractibility. So this is a good note that when you suffer from insufficient sleep, you know that your body, how your body reacts, and you just warn other people. In our house, everybody knows if mommy has problem with sleep 2-3 nights, she's turning to Tyrannosaurus. There is a name that they made it for me. It's a kind of dinosaur that didn't sleep enough. So you just share it with your family. Everybody knows that you didn't sleep well, and you don't have to make decision or do something that needs focus. Digital overload is a disease of our century, I think. Constant exposure to digital devices can give you shorter attention span, okay? There was a study from Microsoft that found that our attention span has decreased from 12 seconds to 8 seconds in recent years, and it's because of digital multitasking. So if you find yourself having this problem, having short span, just stop just browsing and start something else. Probably exercising or going for fresh weather outside. Okay.
Decided reminder, we're on our last 3 minutes.
Last 3 minutes. Okay. Okay. The other, sorry, I just lost my concern.
It's okay.
My
I think
focus. Okay.
you can have a couple of 5 minutes or 10 minutes of my time, because my talk is shorter at the end.
Okay, okay. So Azadeh talked about gut health. As Azadeh talked, most of our neurotransmitters production is in our gut. And she talks about inflammation, brain fog, or she will talk in detail later, microbiome and nutrition absorption, because our brain needs food, and that's important. Here are strategies about how we can enhance focus, okay? You can establish routine, how routine works. Routine gives you a map. Just imagine when you go and for every day, I don't know, you drop off your children in school, your mind doesn't need energy or focus for driving. So because it's a routine, you just go there and come back. If you have routine for other things, if you have a special routine for your daily tasks, then you don't need that energy for your brain, so you can focus on something more important. So you prevent mental fatigue, and that's what you need. Create conductive environment, declutter your space, just let your working space be clean and free of distraction, and design a focus area for yourself that you can study how it works. I say we hypnotize our brain, because when you choose one place for studying or for working, your brain make neural connection, okay? Neural pathway to that place, which means as soon as you sit, you're focused. This is one of the reasons when people want to meditate at their bed, I never let them. I just tell them, okay, you have the connection, a special connection with your bed. You know, bed is for sleeping, so you cannot do meditation there. So you can do the same thing when you want to have focus, special space. Limit distraction, just detox, digital detox, like turn off your notification or apps, and use noise canceling headphone, background music, awesome. I always use it myself. And all the things, you know, yeah. Incorporate breaks. There is a special technique. We call it Pomodoro. You work for 25 minutes, you have 5 minutes break. This 5-minute break can play like a reward for you. We talk about reward. And then please, please, please don't use that time for checking your mobile. Go for short walks, stretching, so you get refreshed. Mindfulness, meditation, grounding, and hypnosis. All of these are reducing your stress, okay? You go back to parasympathetic nervous system state, and you get calm. And when you get calm, you have a better gut health, you release neurotransmitter, and there you go. You are in the highest form of your focus. So when you have something important to do, do a little bit meditation. Actually, we did, all of the team, we did 2 minutes grounding just before we start this talk. And whatever you can, grounding is being barefoot in the nature or putting your hand on a tree on a something natural, okay? And meditation, we talk about it in detail next time. I think because of time, I just finished this part and we continue next session because I have a lot more to talk. But let's just finish this. Prioritize self-care. What is self-care? Real self-care. Sleeping, having time for yourself, going out with your friends, eating nutrition food, and exercising regularly. And staying hydrated. It's crucial for your brain. Set clear goals. I use a SMART criteria. I think your goal is not a goal if it's not specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound. If you say I do it tomorrow, it means you don't do it. But if you say I do it tomorrow for 15 minutes, I started at this time, I finished at this time, and I read 3 chapters, that means that's a goal. So your brain knows it should be finished this time. It should start at this. It should start that time. Use focus techniques. Sorry, I'm talking so fast and I just mixing all the words, but that's because of time. Use focus techniques. Focus techniques are visual reminder. As I said, you can have a vision board that why you're studying so hard, or reminders, notification, whatever that works for you. That helps to bring your focus back, okay? And you don't need it to do it yourself because it takes lots of time for you. Connect with others. One of the best reminder you can have is your husband, your family member. If you tell your husband, I want to do exercise, they come and repeat it 100 times. Did you start it? Did you do it? See, you are checking your mobile, go for exercise. So share it with your family member, share it with your partner, your colleagues, and also you can enjoy the reward from them because they're going for a walk. Just tell them, okay, call me, I come. When they call you, you have a partner for a walk, so you have the reward, you go. So that's very important. If you share that, it gives you more focus because they start part of the focus for you, the initiating the task. Embrace flexibility. And we should know all of us have good days and bad days, okay? So be kind to yourself, do everything you can, and but don't be hard on yourself. And remember, focus is a skill that can be developed over time. You need those neural pathway to get to get more and more. You need to structure them more and more. I think I have to stop here as we don't have time. I don't know how are we, Azadeh, because I wanted to talk about diet that helps our focus and hydration, but up to you.
Maybe we leave it for the next session.
Sure.
Yeah, but just maybe go past through your slide, just showing that categories that.
For next time, we're going to talk about diets. And actually, it's very related to our next topic. It's kind of like common between these 2 topics. So we put it for next time. And we talk about hydration and why you should stay hydrated. And here. And what we covered today was about focus, how our brain works. And what we cover next time is how can we enhance optimum focus for our kids, whether they are non-neurodivergent or non-neurodivergent. Also, we talk about diet and nutrition, especially for choosy eaters. We talk about lifestyle, structuring new habits, activities, and games that helps your children to have focus more. What is punishment? What is reward system? How we get benefit from grounding hypnosis in everyday life. I teach you some tips, and if you have a specific matter to deal with, and Yeah, here is a note that probably we should talk about it next time, but I just review it. Don't omit any nutrition. I will tell you why next time, but I think Azada has a better explanation for that, how we can integrate all the nutrition together and we don't omit anything because we really need them for our brain. How can we stay focused, fit, and at the same time have all the nutrition that our brain needs, because we are on the age that we cannot omit anything. Thank you everyone for your attention. That was a really short session, but I really enjoyed it. Hope you enjoyed it too. That was lovely being with you, and we continue next week. Thank you, Azada. I give you the third.
That was amazing. Thank you so much. Okay. Actually, you know, I think I'm gonna use that smart setting goals, because I totally forgot about that one. I'm gonna start using that one and the award system for myself. Okay, let me share my screen again. And I'm gonna be fast again. But okay. So based on what I talked to you guys about premenopause, menopause, hormone imbalances, different changes that happens to our body, and what Azadeh mentioned about focus, what our brain needs. Well, we didn't get a chance to go through the nutrition part, but there are some recommendations that what we do. Well, I promise you that I'm going to give you some practices at the end. Here, what we aim for usually when we enter that premenopause time of our life, we should aim for higher protein daily, which means that the best way I always tell my clients in my practice is like 1 gram per your pound of your body. So it's gonna go 100 plus pound, 100 plus gram of protein per day from different sources. Do not stick only to the egg or to the beans. Include different varieties in your protein sources. High fiber, which means that I want you to aim more than 40 plus gram of fiber, which is a lot. I know you can do mix of vegetable, good carbohydrate sources, complex carb sources, and supplementation, fiber supplementation. But remember, when you do supplementation for fiber, you have to drink your water, otherwise you're going to get constipated. Water consumption is crucial, as Azadeh mentioned, not either for your concentration, your brain, for your detoxification, for your weight loss, for your hormone, for transmission of everything in your body. Water. Go aim for whole food. Please try to remove or eliminate, less the better, ultra processed food from your family, from your home. That can cause inflammation, that can cause hormone imbalances, that can cause so many different conditions in our body. Our aim in premenopause, menopause is insulin and cortisol balance. We want to avoid that roller coaster of insulin up and down that gonna fluctuate blood sugar up and down, that gonna fluctuate insulin in our body, and consequently insulin and cortisol. Cortisol is your stress hormone that are hand to hand. So one of the aim that we have when I practice with my clients is like how to balance this insulin and cortisol. Movement, do not remove the movement, do not forget the movement. Daily movement, either is just a simple walk, but what I want you to aim for a specific hormone balance for this time is a strength training, resistance training, at least 3 times a day. By that I mean that if you're lifting 15 pounds easily, aim for 20. You have to feel it and do that at least 30 minutes, 3 times a day. Do 3 days, push day, pull day, leg day, whatever, and do it consistently. You know, that's gonna boost everything in your body, include your hormone balance. Overall nutrition, what you want to eat, you want to aim for anti-inflammatory diets, you know, good fat, good carb, complex carb, lean protein, healthy fats. Mediterranean diet is one of the good one. intermittent fasting is a good area to look into, but you have to know what you're doing. Don't just jump into intermittent fasting because you've heard it's good. You're just following something with no aim and purpose. Talk to a specialist, talk to the practitioner about that. Limit or eliminate the sugar, the white sugar, the processed sugar, avoid processed food, increase the fiber intake, as I told you. Probiotic, prebiotic, they are mostly very important. Include the foods that are probiotic, like kefir, sauerkraut, yogurt, the good ones. Support liver detoxification with your food. I'm going to talk more about that later. Stress reduction, do whatever techniques that you have, whatever works for you. Is it dancing, laughing, walking, meditation, touching the grass, going on the sunshine? Do that daily. Do not do 2 days a week, nothing for the rest of the week. Do that daily. That piece that small pieces every day will work, because what we're going to aim for stress, we want to balance our autonomic nervous system, our sympathetic nervous system daily, our vagus nerve daily, and that needs a reminder daily, not like 1 day a week or 2 days a week. It could be as easily as just breathing in and out for 10 seconds, putting your hand on your heart and your belly to center of your energy. Just breathing in and out and say that I'm safe, I'm loved. That's gonna calm your nervous system, your vagus nerve very well. Supplementation, there is some like general supplementation for this perimenopause, menopause area, but every individual is different. It highly depends on where you are, what you have, what you are. Reduce toxin. The toxin needs a webinar by itself, but I'm sure you can name so many toxins around you in the environment, in your house. We can talk about it later if you want to. Sleep optimization. Again, there are a ton of information about sleep hygiene. Go check them if you don't know. If you know, practice them. The way you can maintain it. The main that is just the way that it is sustainable for your daily night. Not just do it for 5 days and then to forget it. And then try to apply 3-2-1 techniques and rule before your sleep. 3 hours. No food before sleep, 2 hours, no work before sleep, 1 hour, no screen time. And remember, the quantity of your sleep is important. Aim for 8, between 7 to 9, aim for 8, 8.5, but measure the quality any way that you want. I can give you some tips if you want, talk to me later. Community engagement is another important thing. I just want to tell you that what if I tell you I have a system in my practice that covers everything that I told you in terms of the protein, fiber, whole food, nutrition, and not processed food, everything's like that. We call it metabolic balance. This is a program coming from Germany, and what it does is based on very specific, based on your body needs at the time, based on your blood work. It balances your hormones and optimizes your metabolism, addressing premenopausal symptoms like weight gain, mood swing, and fatigue. It's not a quick fix. It's actually a lifestyle changes. And these are the benefits that this program has for hormonal balances, because it provides the right nutrient, the right food for your body based on your blood work. It supports detoxification through the whole food. It stabilizes the blood sugar, one of the main goals that we are aiming in premenopause is stabilizing our blood sugar. The approach is based on the whole food. There is no juicing, there is no powder, there is no injection. You go to grocery list. I give you the list. You go to grocery list and you buy your food. And the most important part, it improves your gut health. Remember what we talk about, the gut microbiome, gut balance, also talk about the gut balance neurotransmitter. And this program works on your gut health and gut balance, emphasizes on fiber-rich foods that feed your gut microbiome and reducing inflammation. This is a testimonial from a client, I think 2 years ago. She was close to menopause. She was close to the 50. I'm not going to read everything, but I just want to say that what she mentioned, that no more menopause symptoms. Can you believe it? So this is what we need to see just being on the program for a couple of months, because hormone needs, so remember the cycle, hormone needs to go through at least 2 to 3 cycles in a month. So after a couple of months, we see changes, the actual changes in the body. This is another client of mine that she was dealing with a migraine every day. If I'm not, basically every day. Being 10 days into the program, inflammation came down and she felt that. And she texted me and said, I don't have any headaches so far since I started. And she was very, kind of nervous because it was a program. She wasn't know what to expect. And she told me it means that it's showing that things changing in my body in a good way, in a better way. And I just want to put here, I'm in the first week of my nutrition plan with her, with me, and my energy level is excellent. So what we need, energy. Me and my body are both surprised at how well we are responding to this new lifestyle. So as I said, this is a lifestyle. This is not a quick fix. This is a program that I practice with my clients when they approach me for premenopause or menopause hormone imbalances. The reason is either they want to lose weight or not. It doesn't matter. If they want to lose weight, I put them in a weight loss part. If they don't, it's only maintenance. And the reason is that this is a really good program with a whole food to regulate what we want. Okay, everybody, thank you so much. I just want to summarize that what we talked about was a lot. Menstrual cycle, gut-brain health, neurotransmitter, brain structure, nutrition focus, which we left for the next session, best practices, and I talk about the metabolic balance. For the next session, we're gonna have 2 hours to 1 hour with a 10 minutes break in between. You can attend any of those. You can attend both of them if you want. And Azadeh and I, we both gonna go very deep. We have 1 hour and we can talk about these things in more detail. And if you haven't registered yet, please do that. I don't want to miss that one. For a giveaway for today, you guys, everyone gonna receive a brain-friendly food list, which is awesome. The green scale, there is a book called The New Menopause by Dr. Mary Claire. That she's actually medical doctor, OB-GYN, and one of the pioneer in this area. And the New Menopause is an awesome book if you want to read and buy and read it. This scale coming from her book that I want you guys to have it. Just go through it, see how many of the symptoms you have, if you want to talk to your doctor or things like that. I'm going to give you the 8 rules of metabolic balance, the program that I practice. I just want you to see how simple are the rules to be applied in your daily life. And just by practicing those 8 rules, you see actually many changes. You're going to receive a comprehensive guide to the gut health. And also we are introducing Body's Many Cries for Water. This is the name of the book that I highly recommend you go and check it out. This is written by a doctor that shows you so many of different diseases caused only by dehydration. And simply by drinking water, not medication, you can heal your body. And there is a link for examine.com, which is a resource to research supplements. This is a very handy link to have if you want to know about vitamin D, vitamin E, NAC, something like that. Just type the name in. It will give you so many good resources of research. And thank you so much. I think I went 5 minutes over, or no, 1 minute over, which was okay. I hope so. What I think, and this is our information. Both Azadeh and I, we have half an hour complimentary assessment. You guys are more than welcome to book a session with us. If you're interested to know more about this area that you want, or you have any other questions, this is free. We're gonna chat and you're welcome to book that. I think Ashna put all the links in the chat about everything. I'm gonna stop sharing. I'm gonna stop recording. Okay. Who's the iPhone 2?
You may also need to stop